G'day. So I've been having trouble with Max not firing all the time, and his points from when his timing was out ended up fusing up a bit just in here. So what I've done is I've taken my distributor cap off, I've bought myself a new set of points, and I've undone the bolt that allows me to adjust the timing, and that'll allow me to spin this around enough to be able to get this up to a high point on the cam rather than trying to turn the engine around, so that I can get this distance right. So I'm going to take these ones out and get the new set put in. Okay, so to get the points out, I've got to undo these two screws here, and then when it comes out I've got to undo the one that's got this little clip in it as well. Nice if I don't have to undo it all the way. Okay, I'll just undo this one. I think that'll slip out. Yep, that slips out. So that's the old points. And you can see how it's all burnt up on the surface, and I've filed these as well, but they're basically fused up. And this is the new set. Yeah, nice clean contacts. And this part isn't worn either, so I think the other one was worn down a bit. You can see this surface here. This surface here was worn down from basically rubbing on the cam. It's got a little bit of a split too, so it's obviously been jammed. So I'll get this put back on. Just tighten that up so it's nice and snug. Let this put back in. You can see this little hole here. Look, that hole there mates with this little pin so that it can help it pivot when you're setting your timing. So I'm going to get that. There we go, so that just clicked into place. Bottom screw, get that one done up. Try to make sure I keep the wires away from anything that's going to be moving. And this one here is like a little, you can do a bit of adjustment. I don't need another screwdriver to pull your timing in. I want to get that up on a cam, and I want this points gap to be whatever it said in the manual. So let me just go and check that. So there's my point gap size, so 0.5 millimeter, either plus or minus 0.05 of a mil. So I'll go and get my feeler gauges. Okay, so the feeler gauges that I've got in the van were the ones that belong to my pop, which means they're imperial. And in the booklet it said that the gap was meant to be 20 thou. There's a 25 thou on here, there's no 20, so what I've got to do is I can use the 10 and the 8 and the 2, and that'll add up to 20 thou. If I squeeze them all together, I'll make sure they're clean, so they are 20 thou, and I'll use that as my gap check. Okay, so to check the gap, I've got it sitting right up on the top of the cam. There's my gap. Stick my feeler gauges in there to make sure it's the right gap. Make sure I don't move that as I'm doing it. That's tight. There's my gap, and if I come around to the bottom of the cam, it closes. Up to the top of the cam, and it opens. Close. Open, close, open, close. Awesome. So now I'll put this nut back in. Cap on. Put my little rotor arm on. And that should be good to go. The timing point was about here, so that's where I'll start it out. That sounded much better. Doing that because I found a big crack in this #1 lead, so it's still working, but I'm going to have to replace that pretty soon. This is much better than it sounded yesterday when those points weren't opening properly. That's where my timing's meant to be. The idle's a little bit more sensible. Okay, it also sounds like my throttle's sticking. Yep. That was getting a little sticky, it wasn't going back. I'll check that too. That's better, it's not letting me stall it now. Running pretty sweet. Here's that lead. This is my #1 lead. That's had it. Just going to wrap some electrical tape around it until I can buy a new set, which will have to be in the next couple of days.